Hello, all my fellow hockey fanatics. My name's TJ Sokoluk, and welcome to the Keep Time Sports Desk. Today, I'd like to talk about an interesting phenomenon that's been plaguing the Montreal Canadiens in this year's postseason. Now, as a disclaimer, I would like to say that I don't think this phenomenon has only affected the Habs. I'm not here to cry wolf, and I'm not here to blame any sort of outcome on said phenomenon. It takes two to tango, and the Habs simply can't be called innocent in all of this either. I want to discuss today the effects of the reffing on this year's playoffs. This includes the ridiculous icing call in Game 6 against Vegas, as well as a multitude of other missed penalties throughout all of the series.
But he's retrieved that, and now Kotkaniemi bouncing it down the ice and use the in-turn to just...
Part of me wants to refer to this as simply a poor job being done by the refs, but I simply can't believe that they would be officiating this bad, this consistently, and at this level of play. Now this could mean one of two things. One, beginning with the sound of a fresh tinfoil hat, of course. But the conspiracy that I'm speaking of begins with...
Did someone say conspiracy?
No, Alex, this is a sports segment. Your show's on Tuesdays.
Yes, but that is a sports conspiracy.
Well, I mean it is, but I don't really...
Watch More Than Meets the Eye every Tuesday on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Anyways, it could be entirely possible that the refs have been paid off. By who and to what ends, I'm sure that I don't know. But corruption of this type has happened at the professional level of almost every other major sport, and I don't think hockey can be called an exception here. I'm not here to point any fingers, but the worst of the reffing was seen in the Montreal-Vegas series, and in a town that's known to bet on anything, this idea really doesn't seem that far-fetched.
Sounds like the NSA is involved here. Now, I've acquired a report documenting...
Alex, stop.
Sorry.
Moving right along. And again, I will reiterate that the terrible reffing did go both ways. Now, the second possibility may seem a lot more feasible to those who don't have tinfoil hats. Officials may have simply been caught with their pants down after the initial bad calls had been made and simply had to continue their neglect for the sake of consistency. Now, having reffed at one point in my life, I do understand this idea, because the only thing worse than a really bad ref is a really inconsistent one. Now, I can't imagine what the pressure would be like at a professional level, so I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that a decision was made to opt for consistency. However, I think this has caused a pretty dangerous environment on the ice for two main reasons. First, obvious penalties are going unpunished. We have Corey Perry sporting a split nostril. We have footage of Nick Suzuki taking a blatant punch to the head in plain view of the ref. And we have plenty of uncalled cross-checks that have caused a lot of players to leave the ice in a pretty bad way. Second, there's a precedent that's being set. If the players know that the refs are going to allow a certain level of shenanigans for the sake of preserving consistency, then they're going to be pushing the limits of exactly what they can get away with. So the game is no longer a matter of NHL rules, but how far a player can cross a line that's only been defined by the refs. Whatever the case may be, the refs have missed just about everything that refs could miss. It has undoubtedly and deeply affected this year's postseason, and we really wouldn't be much of fans if we didn't bring this to light. But that's all I've got for y'all this week. Keep them spirits high. And remember, sports. If you like this video, you can support us on Patreon at the link below. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.